Hello and welcome back to Let's Play Pokemon Blue version. Today we are heading into the Rocket Game Corner, the playground for grown-ups. But first, before we go in there, let's look around a bit more. So let's go see some other things. Psst, there's a basement under the game corner. That might be important later. Go ahead, laugh. I'm flat out busted. No more slots for me. I'm going straight. Here, I won't be needing this anymore. Phoenix received a coin case. This is an important item for the game corner. Munch. That man at the table lost it all at slots. So, if you actually want to play the games in the game corner, you do need a coin case. Don't touch the poster at the game corner. There's no secret switch behind it. Huh. Foreshadowing. Chief, we just shipped 2,000 Pokemon as slot prizes. Hee, the slots just reel in the dough. Big time. And then this last little house. Pokemon, no, this is a hotel for people. We're full up, so there's actually a place for people to stay. I think this is the only time like a hotel for just people appears in the game. One last thing before we head into the game corner. If we come up here, press A, we find a PP up. This means power points. So this can help you actually raise the amount of times you can use a certain move. So like a lot of our things like our HP ups and all that, be careful when you choose to use it and be careful which move you pick. Don't pick a move that you want to that you're later on going to forget. So I would suggest holding it on until later. That way you can make sure you use it on the right move. I did not mean to access bills. I meant to access mine. And we're going to deposit some more things. Deposit the PP up. I don't want to use that now. Gosh dang it. I deposited the bike again and the town map. Okay. I want to slow down with hitting A. No, I do not want to put my repels away. Oh my gosh. Deposit. Good thing I never picked toss. Okay, put that up. All right. Let me withdraw my bike because we're going to need that relatively soon. And my town map just because I like keeping it on me. All right. That is everything. Now off to the game corner. Okay. So, like in real life, when we are dealing with these slots, it's going to cost us money. I want it around the long way. All right. So, we need the coin case so we can hold our coins. These are what we're going to be winning. We can buy coins. I went into the wrong building. We'll be over here later. If we come up here, we can talk to this lady. Welcome. You can exchange your coins for fabulous prizes next door. Welcome to the Rocket Game Corner. Do you need some game coins? It's 1,000 for 50 coins. Would you like some? Yeah, I'll get some. But you don't have to necessarily pick up too many right now because if you walk around this building, there are actually hidden piles of coins. So if we come over here, we found 10 coins. If we come up here, we can find another set of 10. Go one to the right and then up once more. Up again. find another set of 10. Come over here, find 20. Another, oh, nope, didn't mean to talk to her. Another 10 are in this corner. Come over here, take a step away from these machines, and there's 20. Kind of right behind this lady is another 20. Behind this man is a 10. Come behind this guy is another 10 on the ground. And then over here, behind this guy is another 10. And then our last set of coins is right here underneath the 4th shelf. I don't exactly know what that is. Okay, so now you can pick any one of these chairs to sit down at, and you can play the slot machine. So if we want to play, just to kind of go over this, you can bet 1 to 3 coins, and depending on how many coins you bet, it will light up the lights on the side corresponding to whatever number you bet and any number lower. So if you do 1, you only get the line in the middle. If you do 1 and 2, you get the 3 lines straight across. And if you do 3, you get all the slots, which includes the diagonals. So betting 3 is usually the best case. And we see it starts spinning. Click A and try to time it the best you can. Okay. And unfortunately, I was unlucky this time. One more time. How many coins you want to bet? 3. Trying to see if I can get lucky. Oh, close to 777s. So the amount of coins you can win depend on what you get. This is down to timing, I believe. Let's see if I can get lucky. And nope. And I won't keep going for just a bit. I'm just kind of hitting it. I'm not really timing it too well. Come on. Triple diglets, ow. Seven. Up, Jerry. Ow. So I see my luck in real life is carried over into the game where I am not good at this whatsoever. Come on. I want to win at least once. My luck is awful. Come on. Give me that lead. Really? Yay! Got the tiglets lined up. Got 15 coins. Definitely worth the amount I put in there. Come on. So, When it comes to the game corner, there are different matches you can get, each giving different payouts. Of course, the 777 is the best, where you can get 300 coins from it. Okay, so in red and blue, the 777s are worth 300 coins. The 3 bars are 100. The, well, trying to make sure I tell you the right things because they're different. So in the Jigglypuffs are worth 15, so are the Diglets and the Poliwags, as if you get 3 of them. And lastly, the cherries. If you get 3 cherries, just like I did, it's 8 coins. Okay, one last time, because this is not always working out. All right, sadly lost. I won't spend forever here. Okay, so they mentioned there are prizes next door. So if we head over to the next door, there are 3 different slots for prizes. The first one, you can choose one of 3 Pokemon based off how many coins you want to pay. So for 120 coins, you can get an Abra. For 750, you can get a Clefairy. And for 1,200, you can get a Nidorino. We go to our next slot. For 2,500, you can get a Pinsir. Pinsir is a very physical bug-type Pokemon. One of the best bug types in the game. For 4,600 coins, you can get Dratini, a Dragon-type Pokemon, and the only Dragon-type Pokemon in the game. Dragon-type is a very powerful type, with its only weaknesses being Dragon and Ice. It resists Grass, Fire, Water, and Electric, so your starters, it resists all of them. So it's a pretty defensive type and also a very offensive type. Granted, Psychic is still the best offensive type in this game, but Dragon is a very close second. And then lastly, for 650 is Porygon. But if you are playing red or yellow version, you will see a different case of prizes here, and different prices. So for red version, let me make sure I get all the information correct here. Went too far. Okay, red version. You can still get Abra for 180 coins. One thing to note, each of these Pokemon come at a certain level. So Abra comes at level 6. In yellow version, it also has Abra, but at level 15 for 230 coins. Next, in red version, along with in blue version, there's a Clefairy at level 12, but and for both cases, it's 500 coins, where in yellow version, it's replaced with a Vulpix at level 18 for 1,000 coins. Next, in blue, it's a Nidorino. In red, it's a Nidorina at level 17 in both games for 1,200 coins, so it stays the same price. In yellow, this is a Wigglytuff at level 22 for 2,680 coins. And Wigglytuff is the evolved form of Jigglypuff using a Moonstone. So if you want to save a move stone, you can buy the Wigglytuff. It may just take you a bit. Then coming to the next encounter. To replace Pinsir in red version, it's Scyther at 5,500 coins. And they're both level 20, if you pick them. In yellow version, you can get a Pinsir and a Scyther at level 30, each for 6,500 coins. They replace the Dratini here, so you can choose either one in that game. So in red version, Dratini is available, but for 2,800 coins. So while the other prices are higher, the Dratini's a half the price, basically, a little over half the price, and is available at level 24. The trade-off with the Dratini is it has a very high evolution level. It does have 2 stages, but you will not get its final stage until level 55. So that's way late in the game. And then lastly, Porygon is available in all 3 games. In blue version, it is the cheapest at 6,500. In both the red and yellow version, it's worth 9,999 coins. So, blue version is the best to get Porygon to complete the dex. But if you want a Dratini, red version's the best there. Porygon is a pure normal type. And he's also a special attacker. So he's okay. He doesn't have his evolutions. There's no Porygon 2 or Porygon Z. Those come later. So it's not as good, but that's like the big prize of the game corner. Our last spot, once this man moves, thank you, is TMs. So when it comes to the TMs, first, TM23 is Dragon Rage. So we saw this earlier with our rival in Gyarados. It's a move that does exactly 40 HP worth of damage. TM15 is Hyper Beam. Hyper Beam is a very powerful attack, the strongest base power in the game, with the important caveat of not knocking you out. We will be discussing the 2 moves that are stronger than it, but they come at a very big price of knocking the Pokemon who uses it out. Hyper Beam has a 90% accuracy, and if you hit with it and don't knock out the opponent, you have to recharge. In these first generation of games, if you get the knockout, you do not have to recharge. In later games, you always have to recharge afterwards unless you switch. And the last TM is TM50, the final TM, which is Substitute. Substitute is a non-damaging move. But what it does is for 25% of your health, it creates a substitute in battle that can take a hit equal up to your 25% of your HP. If a move happens to hit for more than that 25%, the substitute takes it all. So it will save you at least from 1 hit, and if possible, it can save you from multiples. So it's actually a very good move. It's a very defensive move, so if you put it on your tanks, they start becoming way harder to knock out because it takes a lot longer for them to do it. It can also protect them against moves they may be weak against that will do a lot of damage on them. So, when it comes to the game corner, there's basically 2 ways to get coins. 1, play the slots. And that comes down to luck, timing, and all that. The other method, have a lot of money. So, this is where your nuggets and all that might come in handy. So, we've been building up items that we may or may not use. If you don't want to use them, this is the time you may want to sell them to help you afford some of these TMs or Pokemon. Note, you cannot sell your HMs or certain items. So, if there's a lot of the TMs you do not plan to use, would be the time to actually possibly get rid of them. So, like, I don't plan to use counter. It's a good move. I just don't plan to use it. Starting up here, 34 was Bide. I don't plan to use that. Even though it was our first TM. TM12, Water Gun. It's not the best water type move, so that's not too great. Mega Punch, I don't plan to use. TM45, Thunder Wave, same thing. Your ethers and elixirs, they can actually be sold for a decent amount, but you may want to keep those. TM19, Seismic Toss, I'm fine with getting rid of. TM11, Bubble Beam, I'm actually going to hold on to. TM44, Rest, I don't plan to use that. TM24, because I'm blanking on it. Thunderbolt, that's actually a good TM to keep. 30 is Teleport. I don't plan to use that, but I'm out of space, so let me go sell these off. And we'll see how much money we can get. The catch with all this is it is expensive. You're getting, for 1,000 Pokédollars, you only get 50 coins. So for some of those prizes, if you want them, be prepared to spend a lot of money. So first, 2 nuggets. I could get rid of my repels, but I don't want to. The escape ropes, they're not worth that much, but hey, any money can help. There's 1 TM. 2 TMs. And as you can see, different TMs are worth different amounts. Some are worth more than others. Now, is it really recommended to sell everything just to buy these TMs or Pokemon? Not really. If you're wanting to complete your decks, unfortunately you have to. But the moves, it's up to you. They're really good ones, but they're not necessary. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to finish going through my PC, pulling out any items I don't mind getting rid of, and I'm going to start building up some coins for possible for later. Okay, I want to keep that one. So I will see you in a second. Okay, so I have sold all the items wanted to, and I have exchanged some of my money for coins. I'm going to be doing more later, but the prize I am after is worth a fair amount, so I will have to do that in between episodes. But I'm going to kind of keep what I get a secret for a while. But speaking of secrets, if we come into this game corner and we talk to this gentleman in the back, I'm guarding this poster. Go away or else. And what? There's a Team Rocket member in the Rocket Game Corner? No way. Level 20 Eradicate. Hit with Body Slam, but it hits us with Hyper Fang first. Not doing as much as it used to. But our Body Slam nearly takes it out. One more Body Slam. And next is Zubat. I'm good. Body Slam. Oh no, Supersonic. Parasy gets confused. But we hit through the confusion for the knockout. So we defeated the Team Rocket member. Our hideout might be discovered. I better tell the boss. So he goes over there. Hey. A switch behind the poster. Let's push it. And this reveals the Team Rocket hideout underneath the game corner. And we will be taking on Team Rocket next time. And let's play Pokemon Blue. I will see you then.